stuff for the husband. Ooh. Oh, it's the check, Yeah. 50 cents? Who writes a check for 50 cents? Oh my God, that's like ridiculous. Hey, it's Lisa Robbin Young. Welcome to Creative Freedom, your dose of inspiration and education to help you build a noble empire and live an inspired life without selling your soul. And I want to ask you today if you are turning away money and opportunities. Are you doing little things for clients or friends because they've asked you to, and when they offer to pay you, you go, oh, no, that's okay. Really, it's no big deal. It only took me 2 minutes. It's fine. No, really, it's okay. I don't want your money. It's okay. If so, you might be turning away money. You might be telling the world and sending out the energy that says, I don't want to, or I don't deserve to be paid for my genius work. Now, I'm not talking about law of attraction here. I'm talking about the very brass tacks, common sense idea that I teach all of my clients. You train people how to treat you based on what you've come to accept from them and what they've come to expect from you. You're training them in every interaction you have. If you're being too generous, like we talked about in our last video, then they come to expect that that's the way it's always going to be, and then when you change your mind and want to do things differently, they go, hey, what gives? What happened to Little Miss Generous? So you need to establish the boundaries that say, I'm choosing to be generous in this way, I'm choosing to do things in this way, and then educate and enforce those boundaries with the people around you. So when I choose to not take compensation from someone out of a space of generosity, it sounds like this. I really appreciate that you want to pay me for that, but it took me 5 minutes, and this time I'm not going to charge you. Next time might be different, but this time it's on me. I'm making sure that they understand this is the expectation. This is an exception to the expectation, and going forward, you can expect this from me. So when you're setting your boundaries, that's a powerful thing to think about. But most creatives aren't doing that. What I see time and time again is rejecting money, rejecting opportunities, and it comes from two different points in the world. The first problem that I see creative entrepreneurs struggling with is the idea that it has to look or feel or show up a certain way in order for it to be for us. For example, a few months ago I was working with a client, and when it came time for us to end our contract, they wanted to pay me a severance. And I said, oh no, I didn't earn that. I'm not your employee. You don't owe me a severance. It's all good. And I pushed that money away. Because in my mind, I had this thought that said, I have to work for my money. I have to earn it. And not only do I have to earn it, I have to work hard for it. I have to labor over it. It's got to be tough.
That's the sound of the men working on the chain. And every day it's like, whoo, ha, whoo, ha.
I've also seen this show up for entrepreneurs who are like, I don't do that. That's not for me. And it's not from a place of, I've defined my boundaries and I know what's acceptable for me and I know what my vision is. It's a preconceived judgment on, I don't do reality TV or I don't do this. And in the world of Under Earners Anonymous, they call this biting and hiding. They choose to lash out and bite against the things that could be coming at you or hide yourself away from them because you don't feel like you deserve them, you don't feel like you're worthy of them, you don't feel like they're in your realm of ability, even though somebody else who's very competent and knowledgeable says, maybe you should give this a try. Another common situation that causes you to turn money and opportunities away is when you're not enoughing something. And my coach and friend Teresa Romaine talks about two kinds of scarcity. There's legitimate, honest scarcity, a lack of something. Like, I got $400 in my bank account and I need to have $5. There's not enough in there. That's a legitimate, what I call ruthless honesty look at what's going on in your situation. The other kind of scarcity that Teresa talks about is unnecessary scarcity. And this is where we put the judgments onto our reality. So $400 isn't enough, so that miserable little check for 50 cents isn't enough either. It's not going to help me. Instead of looking at the perspective of, I don't have enough for what I need, but that 50 cents is 50 cents more than I had before. So now let me hear ya. Are you struggling with issues of not enoughness? Are you turning away opportunities and money because of how you think it should look? Share your problems and your success stories and the ways that you've overcome in the comments, and let's be a rising tide for everyone. If you like this video and want to be the first to see more just like it, then subscribe to our channel and share me around with your friends, because insert your reason here. And there's always more where this came from for inspiring songs, stories, and how-to tips to help you build a noble empire and live an inspired life. Come see what's shaking over at LisaRobbinYoung.com. You know you want to.